What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck, and this is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today's Sunday, fun day, Sunday, October 30th, 2022, and this is my Amc Gme and SPY weekly update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope y'all had a great end of the week in the market on Friday. More importantly, I hope you made some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over all my regulars, my snake algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives, and some side-by-side projections from Thursday's update and prep video, and the dead-on fulfillment of them with Friday's price action. So with all of that said, let's dig in. I hope you are enjoying your weekend as well. Happy Halloween. Officially, tomorrow's Halloween, but this will be the only time I see you before tomorrow. I will see you all again in the Tuesday update and prep video after market close. So officially, happy Halloween. I hope you all enjoyed the Halloween parties if you attended them. I really hope you took advantage of the volatility in the market on Friday. Like I said, more importantly, making some extreme gains for yourselves. I know I did personally. On my 7 scalp setups that I set up every single day, my highest ROI was 1,350% on Friday. An unbelievable way to close out the week. The Xtreme Gainz Premium and General Discord members, like always, kicked ass on Friday. Congratulations to all of you on your extreme gains, and obviously I hope all of you in our extended family out here in YouTube land were able to do something similar and make some extreme gains for yourselves. Moving on to the charts, currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snake. AMC finished the day on Friday absolutely dead even at 651 and closed out the week right there as well at 651. The current intra-week snake, the red on here, is the day prior to the previous divergence and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake here in blue. And as you can see, we continued to fulfill the current intra-week snake as projected. And here is the side-by-side from Thursday's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the consolidative projection from it right along the internal ascending level of support, and the dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of it with Friday's price action. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, I had showed this in previous update and prep videos. This is the day of divergence intra-week snake that was invalidated in its straight up position. This is placed in its mirrored position, showing these potential nuanced fulfillments moving forward if price action were to continue to fulfill, but in a nuanced manner. So obviously this mirrored projection here from it did not fulfill. There's another one coming up right here showing a bounce off of the ascending level of support, staying in this wedge between that macro neckline of 680 and that internal ascending level of support, versus it continuing to breach that ascending level of support and continue fulfilling to the downside. So that will be an alternate characteristic of movement that I will be looking at and looking for from AMC regarding the intra-week snakes moving into tomorrow and beyond. I want to bring up that these are due for interchange. If price action were to completely divert from them, then it would require me to clip a new set, and if and when that happens, I will present them to you. From a technical setup, I'm looking at the same levels. It'll be the 680 neckline to upside, and then the ascending level of support. I'll be looking for a breach of that for indication of continued fulfillment to the downside as it's projecting, and I'll be looking at about 645 to downside. So 680 to upside and 645 to downside, and then ultimately downside I'd be looking at that 563 critical level of support if and when price action were to fulfill and get down there again. So that is everything that I am looking at from an intra-week snake perspective on AMC. The macro comparative that I am looking at is from prior to the January 2021 run-up. I've been tracking this macro comparative and the fulfillment of it literally since I started the channel back in December of last year. This is the macro comparative that back then a year ago projected the most recent bottom and the most recent lows that AMC exhibited. I looked at this in two potential positions, one of which is assuming the bottom is not in, and that's where it puts it. And you can see what that projection is from it moving forward if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then the second would be assuming the bottom is in. And in that position, you can see what the projection is from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. From a macro comparative perspective, this has always been a projected, suggested path, not a candle for candle projection and fulfillment. If it gives me candle for candle throughout, I will take it, but it has been an overhead 30,000 foot view macro comparative for the purpose of projecting a suggested path, and that is what we have continued to fulfill. So take that with a slight grain of salt and not in a candle for candle perspective. That is my intent when I look at it and when I use it. So that is everything that I am looking at with AMC moving into specifically tomorrow and beyond. Up next is GME. GME finished the day on Friday as projected, dead on, up 8.64% in regular trading hours, and then up an additional 0.64% in after hours, ending the week trading at 28.35. The current intra-week snakes on your screen, as I have been tracking and showing here on the channel. Red is the day prior to the previous divergence and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake back here in red, and the blue is the day of that divergence and completion of fulfillment. We have obviously been fulfilling the day of divergence to the upside as you see it, and most recently in Thursday's video, this is the position that I had them in. Here is the side-by-side from Thursday's update and prep video. The location of price action within them, the projection from it back upside, and the dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of it as well to the upside with Friday's price action. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, just like AMC's intra-week snakes, I will go ahead and put the day prior to back in its straight up position, potentially allowing me to identify nuanced fulfillment if it were to continue to fulfill. And you can see where that becomes nuanced here as we move out through that with continued fulfillment. So that will be a characteristic of movement that I will be looking at and looking for if and when price action gets out here. From a technical perspective, the levels played out absolutely perfectly at the end of the week last week. We have breached that 2780 to the upside. I would like to see price action establish that as support for a continuation to upside eventually here. The continuation to upside macro double neckline that I'm looking at will be 2980 and above. So I want to see it establish the 2780 as support and then breach the 2980 to upside. However, if the 2780 were to break down, the next level down that I will be looking at will be right here at about this confluence of support at the 2525 price level as it was before. So that is everything that I am looking at with GME moving into tomorrow and beyond. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day on Friday as projected, absolutely dead on as well, up a whopping 2.38% in regular trading hours, and then up an additional 0.3% in after hours, ending the week trading at 390.21. The current intra-week snakes are on your screen. Red the day of divergence, blue the day prior to. In their positions, you can see that likewise, once again on Friday, we continue to fulfill absolutely dead on. Here is the side-by-side from Thursday's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the upside projection from it, and like I said, the dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of them both with Friday's price action. You can see what the projection is from the moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill them separately. Then you can see the technical setup that I had talked about for quite some time here that has pretty much completely fulfilled, and that is this macro double bottom. We have maintained the internal ascending level of support. The lower third is breaching right now. We already realized it once here, put in a compressed compact W, and we are now breaching that top. If it can reestablish that top above the 390 price level, which is where we are currently at in after hours, then it could potentially see a continuation to upside to the eventual macro upper third and this intersecting confluence of resistance up here at around the 409, 410 price level. So that will be my macro confirmation for upside fulfillment. And then obviously if we breach that top, that 388 level to downside, that will be my indication of downside fulfillment. And then I would want to see that upper previous double neckline breach to downside at the 381 level. That will be my confirmation of continued downside fulfillment if that were to breach back to the downside. So that is the technical setup and significant levels that I am looking at. Last but not least is the macro comparative for SPY, and in its most recent position, it was right here. And you can see once again on Friday, we continued to fulfill its projection absolutely dead on. Here is the side-by-side from Thursday night's update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it back upside, and like I said, the dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of it with Friday's price action. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. Likewise, if price action were to continue to breach upside, there is a possibility that this all becomes mirrored for that continuation to upside fulfillment. If and when it were to show itself as such, then I will start reviewing that here on the channel. But those are the significant levels that I am looking at that will potentially indicate to me fulfillment in either direction moving forward into specifically tomorrow and beyond. My friends, my family, that is everything that I am looking at with AMC, GME, and SPY, and everything I have for this update and prep video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate it. Do not forget to smash the like button on your way out. Leave me some comments. Let me know how your weekend was. Let me know how y'all did in the market last week on Friday. Good luck in the markets tomorrow. Make some extreme gains for yourselves. I will not see you all tomorrow. I'll get an update and prep video out Tuesday after market close. So I'll see you all in that update and prep video. Likewise, I will be live streaming this week once again on Wednesday, all day long from 9 a.m. till market close. I hope to see you all then. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday fun day, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Later.